It was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have
Corrupt
sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice. My name is Tembela Dick, and I'm big in the media industry in terms of doing other things, and I love people.
I'm Lucas. I work for the Feather Awards, the Tammy Dish Foundation, and I also have a podcast called The Cure with Lou.
My name is Mkita, based in Cape Town, photographer, and also into community works with NGOs.
My name is Norma Morobodi. I am in Johannesburg. I am a photographer, I am an archiver, and all in all, obsessed with the arts.
My name is Narciso, and I'm based in Johannesburg. I'm a photographer, and I just love the creative world, you know.
When you're looking at your own point of view, what's happening around South Africa, do you think that having a single parent did affect, a lot of people here in South Africa?
Personally, in my own personal story, I don't think it affected me that much being raised by my grandmother, because my story is a story of love. I saw her sacrifices. I mean, there was one point where my school needed mothers to come and help clean it because it was dirty, and I was still in grade 4 or something. My grandmother, as old as she was, she would go with me as my parent. And when I was with my grandmother, being raised by her, in that time, even when I wasn't seeing my parents during holidays, I didn't feel like I missed them that much, that I was lacking love in some way. She provided me with so much love that I didn't feel like I missed my parents, up until the moment where it's schools are closing and I hear a call. They say, okay, you can come and visit, and then I would go there. But as for other children that grew up in a very different story than mine, because I was taken to go live with my grandmother, who is a single parent, to raise me. Other parents are single because, one, the father might have died or the mother might have died, or two, the mother did not want the child or the father did not want the child. So I feel like in some ways, there's a very huge psychological damage that is happening to you at those formative years when you are growing up without one of the other parent, and you feel like I'm lacking out for some kind of love from a father or a mother.
With the situation of being raised by a parent that can't do much for you, with our youth of today, it forces them now to go and sell, their bodies in order for them to take care of themselves. And others will go to drugs because they know that at home I can't get what I want, So somehow being raised or by a single parent, and the parent can't really give you what you want. It not that it forces, but most of the youth of today, they will take the easy way out of going into drugs, prostitution, because they want everything that the mother can't do. So somehow it do have bad side of it.
As a kid in a community who gets now to be exposed in drugs, stuff like that, it has a cost. The kid saw it somewhere, it didn't just decide, and make that decision. So, I feel like we should do something in our communities as well to raise an awareness, hey, these things are not good for our kids, because we have now kids that are still coming up. They're still so young, and they're still gonna mirror these things around, and they won't even understand what they are, but then they will end up doing them because they're exposed to it. They're in that space, exposed to such.
When I look at South Africa as a whole, being a single parent has nothing to do with South African youth. Our mothers try so much, and I believe that their past is haunting them, because we know our past either it's haunting us. They do have their past as well, that is haunting them, and they will never tell us because we're their kids. So those kind of things, they don't know that it's dangerous because it's pushing them away from the love that we are literally wanting from them.
Easily, any of us here from the backgrounds that we had, okay, could have just went ahead and decided to take the easy route, For example, my mom passed when I was 16, right, turning 17. I could have easily taken that moment and used it as, should I say, a comforting thing for me to go ahead and do sex work or anything of that sort. You understand? It became really tough because now you don't have a person living with you 24/7. I'm matriculated with just my cousin who I see as my sister, and we had 2 little boys to take care of. You understand? She is self-employed. She's a designer, and she's trying to also get herself in order. But at no point did we feel like, sure, the thoughts might have came that, if only I did this, but at no point did we actually give in. So it's a matter of also the determination to see beyond what is actually in front of you.
Even if the family has dysfunction, there is someone in that family that you can, that can be your rock, someone that can actually motivate you to be better. Because once you start dwelling on the people that don't care about you, the people that are very dysfunctional, the people that are trying to destroy rather than build, that's where you actually going to end up thinking that your life is worthless because you don't have 1, 2, 3, instead of focusing on the positives that you have. That's the mindset that I've had ever since I was a kid. And actually growing up like as a gay child, I've always had that mentality that most people do not really like me because of my sexuality, but I had to actually align myself with the kind of love that will make me overcome everything, every negativity around me, and just rise above and become the best version of myself. Because if I had dwelled on that, maybe I might have killed myself. Maybe I might have succumbed to drugs. Maybe I might have been like someone that is worthless. Maybe I might have even like not even taken my schoolwork seriously. Maybe I wouldn't have the degree that I have today. But because I've aligned myself with people that really, really care about me, I am where I am today, and I'm grateful. It's not much, but it's actually good enough for me right now.
On this point of a family member that can assist, when you guys are saying that there are family members that will always be there for you, the same family members are the ones that take advantage for helping you and rape you. I know of such, and then that the parent now ended up drinking because the person that the child trusted, that is a family member that can help. The same family member now turned to be an animal, So the case is, man, this thing of being raised by a single parent, guys, it's deep, it's deep. It's very much.
Yes, Zim, I hear you. Like being raised by a single parent, it's really deep, and we need to look it like kindly, because not every single parent there who has been raising their kids did not try to raise them better, because I believe that most of parents, they try and strive to raise their kids better. And I sometimes feel like having 2 parents, it does not mean that you're gonna be growing up and become an awesome kid, those fancy things. No, yes, that could happen to others, but few of them. But the majority, other parents, they will be here, both of them, but you'll feel nothing that they hear. My father is still alive, my mother is still alive, but still I do not feel the parenthood around me. I love them both, don't get me wrong. I'm in Cape Town, I know I need to see my dad. My dad does not work, he's a mechanic, but one thing for sure I know about my dad, he's a sweet person. He loves me so much dearly. He never questioned anything of my choices in life. He loves me the way I am. He is that kind of a person. But my mother on the other side, because she had some hopes, even now she still has some hope of me having a child. She keeps saying like, only one. I don't mind who you are, but only one kid. I'm like, dude, listen, there's corona, there's vaccine, there's hunger, there's unemployment. Where do you think this kid I will raise?
There are some other kids who see their parents struggle and their first response is to go do something out of line to make sure that they assist as best as they could, you know. And there are some others who are just like, you know, if only my mom could just hold on a bit longer. As soon as I finish school, I'll be able to do this, do that, help with like lights or whatever you get. But for me personally, I feel like it also takes a village, you know. At my big age, I still call my uncle my dad because of the presence, you understand, and the influence. So I never felt that gap that, you know what, I don't have a dad. No, I had a dad, you know, because my uncle was present. And therefore, having that whole village being there and grooming you and assisting you as well, I feel like participates in you becoming the person that you are.
We all come from different backgrounds. You know, there are comes with like a sweet in their mouth. There are those who grow up with a lemon in their mouth. But the choice is yours. I had an opportunity to do drugs in my situation, you know, and I had an opportunity to become no one, but I choose not to take that path. You know, we see, we understand, you know, we choose to where we want, you know, as I get the fact that there is a peer pressure, but you are alone. If you stand the fact that my mother is here, but is helping me, but I'm alone at the end of the day, I need to nurture this world with me alone. You have your own choices.
I feel like it makes you even stronger as a person going forward because you are able to tackle the challenges that life is going to throw at you. Because being raised by a single parent, you get to learn from the early onset that when you love someone, you have to make sacrifices to be there for them. It doesn't matter that you brought this person to life. You have to show it by the actions that you follow with them. You can't just bring a child into this world and then abandon them. So I feel like most of the children that grew up with single parents know that when they do have children of their own, they are definitely going to be better parents. They're definitely going to be better mothers, better fathers even.
The people that were there on our upbringing, the ones who played a role, they played like a pivotal role in our lives. For us to be here today is like all thanks to them, you know? And we really should be grateful for that because it's like such a blessing, you know? Other kids didn't have such an opportunity. You know, other kids were raised differently, not by a single mom, a parent even, you know. So I wanna say, you know, gratitude is all we should have, you know, right now at this point. And appreciate, you know, every single thing that they've done for us. And yeah, and be grateful. Just be grateful for it. Yeah.
My dream is to have reach a point where my work is internationally recognized, you know.
I'm grateful to be alive today, to wake up and be able to have this conversation with you. And I discovered that for myself, I need to live present and forget about yesterday and tomorrow.
I want to become someone that people can look up to and really have my work all over the world, you know.
My biggest dream is to live in a South Africa that is totally free from prejudice, hate, discrimination.
I'm a tourism graduate. I'm a photographer. I travel a lot. I take pictures. I'm into events. I'm doing that. It's 3 in 1, guys. I'm living my dream.
Yeah, see, you should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. You should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong.